So sorry about that. Got to edit this video a little bit. The format that I'm using won't let me go over 15 minutes. Anyways, to the decision process, like I said, the fire chief is going to have sole responsibility to activate the plan. The basic priorities and decision process for him are going to be obviously life safety for his employees, his facility and asset conservation and stabilization for all of the department assets, and obviously minimizing employee hardships and economic disrupt throughout crisis and whatnot. The alert, notification, and implementation system is basically going to be defined by the owners of secession, I guess. The fire chief and like the owners of secession, they're going to work in accordance, just in case. Obviously, the owners of the secession order, uh, obviously listed right there, um, are going to go straight down the list, just like that. All of those, that's the highest ranking officials in the Seattle Fire Department, starting from the fire chief all the way down to the deputy chief of communications, and it even goes farther than that. But these different assistant chiefs and deputy chiefs are going to be responsible for a select number of people, and instantly, as soon as the business continuity plan is engaged, the all of these liaisons will be calling their individuals that they're responsible for, making sure that these employees are okay, their families are well kept and maintained, and hopefully that the individuals and the employees of the Seattle Fire Department can come into work and keep maintaining the essential functions of the Seattle Fire Department. The alternate facilities of operations, basically mission critical activities, include some of these, like mobile hazardous team. They have obviously a few mobile intensive care paramedic units, paramedic ambulances, fancy way of saying it. Mobile operations center, a complete mobile operations center that they can base pretty much out of anywhere for their essential functions if stations are not available at the time. Um, Power outages or like earthquakes hit them and it's unsafe to be inside of them and whatnot. They got marine boats, they have urban search and rescue rigs, and they have others. Vital records are primarily kept at the Seattle Fire Department headquarters, but they do have, like I said earlier, a backup server location at an undisclosed location. My guess is City Hall or Town Hall or City Hall. A little bit about the files. From what I got and from what my research said, pretty much all electronic. There really isn't too much paper giving out of hard copies and whatnot. Nearly everything that Seattle Fire does is going to be electronic, and they're going to be backed up on the servers. So this COOP planning and responsibilities, it's going to be updated annually, which is a good, at least annually, which is what every COOP plan should be being updated. Um, all of these responsibilities are positioned by their successors, pretty much successors underneath the chief, have various activities that they need to be doing, conducting reviews of the files and developing other types of lead and COOP planning and whatnot. Alternate locations hits it pretty hard. All of the assets of the department are listed above, like I just went through, and these are what the continuity plan is going to try and maintain all of these assets, trying not to destroy stations and all of these fire equipment and supplies and whatnot. Communications are going to be very difficult, obviously, during crisis times, but Seattle Fire Department has implemented various steps and procedures to try and maintain communications throughout incidents and crises. Radio communications, obviously, is a huge one. Telephone, quite possibly. There is a mass notification system within the city of Seattle, so they could get out word to their employees and stuff with the mass notification system. Pagers and emails. Pagers probably would work. Emails might not work depending on the disaster, if there's a giant power outage and everything. And like I said, this COOP maintenance plan will be maintained semi-annually. Like I said earlier, it should be at least maintained annually. I chose to give my semi-annual maintenance plan and everything like that. And pretty much hopefully this baseline of a continuity of operations plan would help the Seattle Fire Department maintain their assets and help keep their employees at peak condition so that they can come in and maintain these essential functions like medical care to the citizens and fire response. Hopefully that their families would be safe right off the bat. Um, some of these guys might be on shift during the crisis, so it would be very hectic, and they might not be able to go home to their families. So hopefully, earlier in the plan, like I said, liaison officers would contact their family members and make sure that their families were okay and well kept. Again, my annexes here at the end, my acronyms list and whatnot, and pretty much that's the end of my plan. I thought I did pretty decent on it. It took quite a while to uh, pile up all the material together and everything like that. This is quite possibly one of the longest assignments and portfolios that I've ever done for a class here at the University of Alaska Fairbanks. But here is my continuity of operations plan for the Seattle Fire Department. Hope you enjoyed.